Hey there, welcome to this episode of Fermentation Road. Today we're at HenHouse Brewing Company in Santa Rosa, California. We're going to hear all about their locally made brew house and about their commitment to crafting quality beers. All right, Scott, thanks for having us over to the brewery today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
What's up?
Well, we're canning Big Chicken, which is a very exciting beer. It's a double IPA that we only do once a year.
All right.
And
one time a year? That's it?
one time a year.
Does it last all year?
No, it only lasts 2 weeks. We pre-sell all the beer. It's all going to get loaded up on the trucks pretty soon now and go out to all the accounts.
Wow.
And we're canning a portion of it this year, which is exciting. We've never done that before.
So one time a year for freshness, I assume, right?
For freshness,
seasonal ingredients.
So the Big Chicken is predominantly dry hop with 3 different hops: Mosaic, Citra, and Amarillo. And since we're brewing it in 3 different fermenters, we're dry hopping each of those fermenters with that single hop, and we're going to be able to serve Big Chicken Citra, Big Chicken Mosaic, Big Chicken Amarillo, and then the Big Chicken blend, which is the true recipe.
So all this beer will get consumed within, what, a month?
Oh, less than a month, yes. We will only sell the beer for the cans for a period of 10 days. All the kegs will be sold by the end of the weekend. The majority of them are sold to the customers that day.
So being regionally focused sounds really important to you guys. Can you talk a little bit about that?
100%.
Yeah.
Hen House was founded by myself, Shane, and Colin, and we all grew up in Petaluma. We love Sonoma County.
Nice.
And we want this business to be a benefit to Sonoma County in the Bay Area and California and the West Coast.
So these beers that we have here, you have the Saison and I have the Oyster Stout. So from what I understand, the ingredients for these have been sourced locally and just totally regionally. Is that true?
It is true. Some of the ingredients in these are local. It's very hard to incorporate local ingredients in beer. The ingredients come from around the world.
Tell me about your sour beers. What kind of sours are you producing?
And so the sour program, we do different things. We're experimenting with Brett and lactose strains. We have barrel-aged beers. I'm very passionate about the sour program because I get to work with these organisms that are mostly found in other types of pickles.
Right.
But it's the same lactobacillus organisms that produce the souring in a pickle that produces the lactic acid and souring in a sour beer. One of the ways that I like to pitch lactobacillus is to use local organic clover kefir. It's
really?
An amazing blend of different lactobacillus strains.
Yeah.
And that those lactobacillus strains will eat the sugars and produce the lactic acid that's great for sour beers.
It's nicely sour. Yeah.
And then blend that together with the barrel beers and then re-ferment it with fruit.
That seems like a complex process.
It's complex, it's time consuming, it's not necessarily the profitable part of our business plan, but it's fun to do. And it's something that we're going to continue to expand.
Yeah, experimental. Well, it sounds like a lot of what you're doing has been experimental, and that's led to a lot of success for you guys. Well, Scott, thanks for having us over. We've learned so much and had a great time.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I had a great time learning about HenHouse Brewery, their dedication to fresh beer, and their passion for being a regionally focused brewery. When you're in the area next time, come on, stop by their tap room and make sure to watch us next time on Fermentation Road.
Welcome to Spoiled Kitchen, where we explore both new and classic recipes featuring preserved foods from kitchens all around the world. I'm your host, Joanna Badano, and in today's show, we will be preparing slow fermented kefir waffles. They're gonna be delicious. For those of you unfamiliar with kefir, it's a SCOBY. It's a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. It kind of looks like tiny clumps of cottage cheese. It's gelatinous in texture, and it spontaneously reproduces. They're also referred to as kefir grains. You can purchase them online at many health food stores or from a fellow fermenter, which is where I got mine. Making your own kefir is really easy. Simply take the kefir grains, about a tablespoon, put them in your jar with milk. You can use any milk you prefer, raw or pasteurized, cow, goat, sheep, even nut milks. Cover it with a cloth or a loose-fitting lid and let it ferment on the counter, 24 to 48 hours. The longer it ferments, the thicker and more sour it will become, which is how I like it. Now we're going to make the waffles. It's best to plan ahead and make the batter base the night before so it can sit on the counter and slowly ferment overnight. Right here, I have 2 1/4 cups of einkorn flour. I like to use einkorn, but you can use any flour of your choice. Use a pinch of salt, whisk that up a bit. Now we're gonna mix in 2 cups of kefir. Look at how thick and rich and slightly sour it smells. And now we're gonna add 1/4 cup of sourdough starter. Nice and stretchy, which is very characteristic of sourdough. Gonna add 1 tablespoon of maple and 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm gonna use olive oil, but you can use other oils if you prefer. And 1/4 cup of warm water. And I'm gonna whisk this up. And I'm gonna cover it with my towel, and it's gonna slowly ferment all night. The sourdough helps ferment and break down the flour, so it's easier to digest. Okay, I'm gonna cover it with my towel, and I'm gonna leave it overnight on the counter. So here we are with a batter base that's been fermenting on the counter overnight. Ooh, can you see the bubbles? Wow, those are due to the bacteria feasting on all the sugars. Okay, now we're going to finish the batter by adding 3 eggs and 1/4 cup of cool melted butter. Okay, I'm gonna whisk this up. Oh, I see the bubbles. Wow. It smells slightly sour too. Gonna be so good. And now we're ready to make our waffles. I have my waffle iron preheated. I'm gonna brush it with a little butter so it doesn't stick. And I'm gonna use about 1 cup of batter depending on the size of your waffle iron. I'm gonna put it in. Okay, close the lid. And in about 2 to 4 minutes, they'll be ready. Mine has a light on it and it goes off when it's ready. I like to leave it a little bit longer because I like it a little bit crispy. Okay, it's ready. Ooh, all right. Here it is. Ooh, it's crispy on the outside. Slightly sour smell. Okay, now I'm gonna put some butter and a little bit of maple syrup. And some fresh berries. Here we go. Mmm. They're delicious. Slightly crunchy on the outside, tender on the inside with a sour tang. And thanks to the complexity of the kefir and the sourdough, they are amazing. You're gonna love them. For details on this recipe and more ideas on how to cook with preserved foods, visit spoiledtoperfection.com. I look forward to seeing you next time on Spoiled Kitchen.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Harris with Fermented Science, and today's topic is fresh food ain't all that it's cracked up to be. Fresh produce from the farmer's market is an important staple in any healthy diet. An apple a day, as we all know, is sure to keep the doctor away. But if we only ate raw foods, our diet would be missing some important elements. Cooking breaks down fibers, which allows our body to absorb more vitamins and minerals. Another important process for preparing nutrient-dense foods is fermentation. Truly, the saying, "a tablespoon of sauerkraut a day keeps the doctor away," might be more accurate. When someone mentions vitamin C, the first food that might pop into your mind is an orange. A medium-sized orange, or roughly a cup of orange slices, contains about 60 milligrams of vitamin C. Raw cabbage only offers us about 30 milligrams of vitamin C per cup. However, when that cabbage is put through a fermentation process to become sauerkraut, the same cup of cabbage offers 700 milligrams of vitamin C. Dr. James Lind, a Scottish physician, was a pioneer of naval hygiene in the Royal Navy. By conducting the first ever clinical trial in 1747, he developed the theory that citrus fruits cured the scurvy that affected nearly every voyage from the 16th to the mid-19th century. Captain James Cook took 7,860 pounds of sauerkraut on his historic sea voyage. And after over 2 years at sea, he specifically reported that not a single case of scurvy affected his crew. I'm Jennifer Harris, and thanks for watching Fermented Science.
Hello and welcome to the Spoiler Alert. I'm Emily Somple.
And I'm Dr. Brian Cary.
This is the show where we bring you news that you can use on all things pickled, fermented, and simply rotten to the core.
On today's episode, we're talking salad dressing. Do you know what's in the dressing that's in your pantry at home?
That's right, MSG, trans fats, high fructose corn syrup. All things that contribute to insulin resistance and abdominal fat.
Some dressings even contain titanium dioxide nanoparticles. They're those little nugs that are also used to color and thicken in sunscreen. That's gross.
According to Environmental Magazine, science has already shown that these nanoparticles can travel through your intestines, through your lymph nodes, capillaries, and settle into various organs, affecting your immune system.
But check it out, there's good news. You can make a salad dressing at home using ingredients you know and trust. Do you eat a lot of salad?
Yes, I do, Brian, thank you. If you eat a lot of salad, make a large amount and keep it in the fridge, or try a new recipe every day.
One of my favorite ingredients to use is apple cider vinegar, aka ACV. ACV is also known as the elixir of the gods. It heals everything from sore throats, hiccups, even hangovers.
Just to be clear, we are not doctors, but we are flavor experts. And apple cider vinegar makes for a probiotic-rich dressing. If you don't like vinegar, try sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut is sour, salty, and fermented. Use it in place of a vinegar even if you don't like it.
For more tips and recipes, visit us at spoiledtoperfection.com.
Until next time, that's Emily, and I'm Brian. May all your days be spoiled to perfection.